Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Kristen, this is my booktube, and in today's video we are going to be doing a little book shopping slash craft shopping haul video for you all today. I have a couple of gift cards that I got for Christmas. I got $25 to Barnes & Noble and $25 to Michael's as well. So I figured it would be a good idea to take both of those, grab my camera, and take you all on a little shopping trip. I don't have anything specific that I'm looking for. I just kind of want to go and look around, see what they have, and see if anything calls to me to use my gift card. It is currently the day before I fly out to London for the next week, so my brain is a little all over the place right now. But I did want to do this like last week when all of the ice was happening, but obviously because of the ice, I was unable to actually go through with the shopping trip or filming this video. So we're doing this today instead because I still need to film a video so that I have something to edit, upload, and have ready to go because I will be traveling for the next 2 Sundays. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I had some content ready to go so that I could still stick to my upload schedule, because that is one of my resolutions of 2026, is I want to try my best to make sure that I am maintaining a regular upload schedule. So here we are. There's not really much else to say, so let's just go ahead and get going and get to the stores because it's about time for them to open. So I want to be one of the first people to walk through those doors. Alrighty friends, hello it is a lot later now. It is about 9:30 p.m. I have completed my errands for the day, and then I made my way over to my parents' house to hang out with them for a bit. And then after I got home, I just did a double check of all of my stuff that I packed for my London trip that is happening tomorrow. So now that all of that is squared away, I have finally sat back down to film the haul portion of this video for you all. Now, I believe I mentioned earlier that I had 2 gift cards going into this. I had a $25 gift card to Michael's and a $25 gift card to Barnes & Noble. So those were the only 2 places I was planning on going today. However, I was just like, not really finding much that I wanted at Barnes & Noble, surprisingly. I feel like most of the time when I go in there with a gift card, I just see so many books that I want, and maybe it's because they weren't doing a like buy one get one 50% off sale. They were doing like select tables are 50% off. So I think that that kind of impacted the things that I ended up buying, because also since they weren't doing anything like a wider buy one get one 50% off sale, all of the books that I was gravitating towards just weren't part of the 50% off sale, unfortunately. So I only got 1 book at Barnes & Noble, and it was this book about Clytemnestra, who is the wife of Agamemnon, who is an ancient Greek king. He is a major character in the Iliad, and he also has some other stories that are in Greek mythology pertaining to him as well, considering like the sacrifice of his children, I believe, something along those lines. And Clytemnestra is his wife. So as soon as I saw this book, first of all, I just thought the cover was absolutely beautiful. So that caught my eye right off the bat. And then I read the little blurb on the back, and it was only like $16. So all of that in combination is why this is the only book that really spoke to me in Barnes & Noble today. So of the $25 gift card that I had, I actually only used 12 of it because I also had like a $5 coupon. So this ended up only costing me $12. So I literally used like half of the gift card that I have. And I figured I could just use it another time, maybe even online when they have a sale on a book that I really want. So yeah, little bit of a bummer that I did not see more that I was really interested in Barnes & Noble, or at least at a price point that I was willing to pay, because there were a couple books that caught my eye, but full price books are expensive. Like I guess I've been shopping at used bookstores too much recently, but some of the books I was looking at were like $32, and I was like, I can't. I like physically cannot pay that much for a book. I'm so sorry. I guess I'm just more of a used book girly at this point, but nonetheless, I still do appreciate a nice new book as well. So this one will be a happy addition to my collection. I made my way over to Michael's, and kind of similarly, there wasn't much that was really speaking to me at Michael's. I did a lap around the store. I actually went to 2 different Michael's locations, actually, because I went to the Michael's that was near the Barnes & Noble that I was at, because there's not really a Barnes & Noble near me. And then I didn't see anything that I really wanted there. So I also, on my way back home, swung by my local Michael's to check out what they had as well. And I did end up getting a couple things, but I also did not spend the entire gift card. I think I also ended up spending a little more than half, but I just got some yarn. Are we surprised at all? This is the Loops and Threads Silky Soft Rayon. It is like a bamboo type yarn, and it is very soft and silky. And I like to use these to make bandanas for your hair. And I thought that these colors were really cute. I've eyed this color for a while, but these 2 were ones that I hadn't seen before. I thought this one would be really cute for like a Valentine's Day kind of bandana to wear. And then I just really like these colors together. As you can probably tell, I've already started a project with it, and you'll have to pardon the dog hair, but I do think it is looking pretty cute with how the colors are turning out. And I also wanted to get some of this yarn because for my trip to London, I am only taking carry-ons. So since I'm limited on space and I did still want to bring some yarn to crochet while I'm there, I thought that this would be the perfect yarn to bring because the skeins are very small. So I can easily fit all 3 of these in my bag, even if I'm running a little tight on space. And I haven't made a lot of bandanas, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to just like crank some of those out while I'm abroad in London, because I do think that this will be something that I will do in the hotel, like at night, to wind down after a long day, rest my little feet, because I do plan on walking a lot over the next week. And I will bring you guys with me as I do so. So yeah, that is all that I got at Michael's and Barnes & Noble. However, next to the Michael's that is closest to me, there is a Half Price Books. And I did have a trunk full of books from my work book club. People donate books so that we can take them to Half Price Books and get some cash back that we can then put back towards the book club. So since I was already there and I had literally 2 big boxes full of books to take there, I decided to go ahead and drop those off and do a little perusing. And I did find a couple books. And this was actually a very fun Half Price Books trip for me, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was getting very annoyed with the people that were out and about today. I had a couple people who like, they didn't run through a red light, but like I was going straight and they were turning across traffic and they almost turned into me. So that happened and didn't really appreciate that. Then there were like other people that were just being aggressive in parking lots with the way that they were driving. I was very much over dealing with people by the time I got to Half Price Books. So I dropped off my books at the counter for the employees to check and see how much I can get for the books. And naturally, as I am one to do, I made a beeline to the Agatha Christie section to check out what Agatha Christie books they had on their shelves. And there was this older guy who was also in the same area. He wasn't looking at Agatha Christie, but he was like next to the Agatha Christies in like the A-B section of the authors. And he saw me looking at the Agatha Christie books, and then he asked me, "Are you an Agatha Christie fan?" Am I an Agatha Christie fan? So of course I started gushing about how much I love Agatha Christie, and he was also an Agatha Christie fan. So we got to have a little fun conversation about Agatha Christie. Then he gave me a couple book recommendations of other authors that do similar style mysteries to Agatha Christie that he also enjoyed. I was taking notes on my phone so that I could remember, because I would never remember off the top of my head, that's for sure. And then I started telling him about how I read the 7 Dials mystery recently with one of my friends as a buddy read, and he said that was one that he had not read before. So we each got to give each other a bit of a book recommendation. So that was a very nice interaction, and I definitely needed that with how annoyed with the world I was at that point. I was to the point where I was just like so over being around people. I just wanted to do this one last task and just go home and not really deal with anyone that wasn't like my parents, basically, because I did go over to my parents' house after that. But yeah, so that guy really brightened my day, and I didn't get his name or anything, but I do really appreciate him, and I hope that I brightened up his day a little bit as well. It was a fun little conversation, and it like took the perfect amount of time. By the time we were done talking, I had grabbed my books. They called my name on the intercom, gave me my measly $17 for the books that I brought in, and I was on my merry way. So yeah, I ended up getting 3 Agatha Christie books from Half Price Books today, and I thought that I didn't have any of these, but it turns out I already own 2 of the 3, but I'm not really that upset about it. One, because they're only a couple dollars a piece, so it's not like I spent a lot of money on them. And 2, they are different editions, so they are different covers. So even though they are duplicates, they do look different, so it does add something else to my shelf as well. So I'm not really that upset about it. I mostly just laughed when I came back home and I was checking my shelves, and I was like, oh, okay, I did have both of these. Awesome. But there is one new one. So let me stop yapping and just start telling you what books I got. So the first one I picked up was The Moving Finger. I've also not read this one yet. This is a Miss Marple book, so I will probably not get to any of these Miss Marple ones until after I am finished with Poirot. And we still got a long way to go with Poirot, so it's gonna be a minute before we get to Miss Marple. This is also one of the ones that I thought I didn't own, but I definitely do. So now I have 2 of them. And the other one that I thought that I didn't own, but I do, is Murder on the Links. And this is one of the early Poirot books, so I have read this one. And I do remember really enjoying it. So yeah, even though I already own it, we will still be adding it to the collection on my shelf. And the last one that I picked up that I actually do not own, so this is new to my collection, is Partners in Crime. And this one is actually a Tommy and Tuppence novel, and I have not read any of these either. So though this is on my list, it is a bit farther down on my list than even Miss Marple is. I do plan on eventually reading this book, but it may take me a minute to get there. I also do like that these 2 specifically are both green. They both kind of match. So I enjoyed that as well, and was another reason why I decided to get both of them. Alrighty, so that is about it with this book / craft haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like down below. Let me know. You should also subscribe while you're down there because I put out new videos every weekend. And yeah, while you're watching this, I will be on my way flying to London. So yeah, if you want to see what I get up to while I'm in London, this is like the only time that I've ever like plugged one of my social medias in the end of a video, but I do link them in the description down below. You should go follow me on Instagram. I post a lot on my stories when I'm traveling, so I will definitely be posting quite a bit in real time as I am gallivanting about London. And then you can also look forward to the travel vlog edited version of my trip as well after I get back and I'm able to sit down and edit it together. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Video is done.